Alrighty, I'll try to go through this very quickly. Blah 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 blah. Cammy problem errors, awkward parts, anti-air, whatever. Alright, OK off of DP options. I didn't mean to get this video out, but I'm bored of it. So, okay, so after you DP, your DP can kind of be between plus like 21 to plus 24, depending on how high it hits and where it hits, etc. 23 is like a good window for it to be. Medium DP is the most plus on the knockdown, so you can have a reasonable height, but if you're too close like this, then your medium DP is liable to go the wrong direction, but it will be the most plus on the anti-air. So you can do this, and then if you're plus 24, which you will be off of medium DP at a reasonable height, at like an extra high height like that, you'll be able to do a heavy spin knuckle, and they can only deal with that with invincible moves or perfect parry. Most of the time, however, you'll probably be DPing with light DP, at which point they would be able to jab and stop your spin knuckle, but only frame perfectly. Now, depending on how close you are, if you're particularly close on your anti-air, you can easily just do drive rush heavy kick and get in. You'll be +1, but, you know, you can frame trap them with lights, or you can throw them, and they can't walk backwards, so... But from further away, like let's say you get a DP out here, etc., your best option, you can still do a deep drive rush into stand heavy kick, but the further away you are, the harder it will be to get into throw range. Heavy kick is the option that will get you the closest to being in throw range, more so than stand heavy punch. So your overall options after anti-air, you've got a slightly delayed medium spiral arrow. You can wait for a moment, then do medium spiral arrow, and you should be able to chase back tech. They should be back teching this every time. The opponent should be, because if they don't, then you can get very easy drive rush Oki, or even dash Oki afterwards. So, medium spiral arrow is a good way. Slight delay medium spiral arrow is a good way to just check the opponent and surprise them. You can do deep. You can do drive rush heavy punch. If you just want to frame trap them and you expect them to challenge you, heavy punch will be more rewarding to you than heavy kick. But they're both about the same. They're both almost the same. It's just heavy punch is a little bit better on hit, because it's more plus on hit. So on counter hit, you'll be able to get into another, you'll be +8, and you'll be able to get into another heavy punch. So drive rush, heavy kick, deep drive rush into jab, heavy kick, throw, etc. You do have that option. You can continue sliding if you don't think the opponent's going to challenge you. You can go low into light spin knuckle, and this will combo if it hits them low. And it's a frame trap on block. And then, let's see, forward jump. So then you have your other weirder options, like you can do forward jump into a far heavy kick, or forward jump into a shallow dive kick to bait out an anti-air DP or something. Or you can do a delay dive kick like that, depending on what the opponent's anti-airs are. If they have an anti-air that can be baited out with in this fashion, this can be strong, etc. You can forward dash and then try to poke with a stand heavy kick. It should be noted this is not a real meaty, so the opponent can challenge this or backdash this. So, those are kind of your main multitude of options. Forward jump, empty jump, delay, dive kick, dash into heavy kick, crouching heavy kick, which is closer to being a real meaty. It's not a true meaty, but they're not going to do a 4-framer at this range. And also, this is very risky and probably stupid to do. Or you can occupy this space and then pressure them with instant air light or medium dive kick or full forward jump, etc. So this is kind of the main rotation of options you can do after DP anti-airs. It's a similar situation after punish counter. You get a whiff punish with heavy kick. You can dash up and then do similar options, like you can dash up and then do a delay medium spiral arrow for a meaty. Or you can drive rush in here. Block after first hit. You should usually be able to drive rush all the way in with heavy kick and then get into throw range. You should usually be able to do that. Or, other than that, you can just do EX Hooligan. And then, after forward throw, you really want to make sure you have a good multitude of options to use after forward throw. If the opponent doesn't have a way to reversal you, then the most optimal, like, meaty that you can do is a ever so slightly delayed, drive rush into an ever so slightly microscopically delayed heavy punch. If you do an immediate drive rush heavy punch, you're not in throw range. So if you do a drive rush into a slightly delayed heavy punch, such that it's still meaty or would, like, trade with a 4-framer, like that, then you'll be in throw range, +1. So long as you delay it at least 1 or 2 frames, you should be fine. So that's ideal if they don't have an EXDP. If they do have an EXDP, and you do a drive rush, they can react to that, or with a super, and then they will beat all of your options and you can't block in time. You'll be able to block against some supers, but not EXDPs. So you can bait this out with drive rush into normal throw. You can bait this out with drive rush into charge hooligan. Which can give you some other options, if you so chose. But if you're not going to do drive rush, you could do drive rush DI. I don't recommend this. I've never done this. But this would also beat EXDPs, but not supers, obviously. But if you're worried about EXDPs, if the opponent doesn't have an EXDP or like a fast super, and they don't know about this, then just drive rush. Just drive rush for your Oki every time. Test them to make sure they can actually, like, react to your drive rush with an invincible move. And then, but if they do anything else, then you have a multitude of other convenient options. Light Spiral Arrow is really good. Just an immediate Light Spiral Arrow. Especially against people that are trying to react to the drive rush. They'll probably be pumping a forward input for their EXDP, and they're liable to get hit by that. So if you do Light Spiral Arrow and they get hit, more than likely it's because and like just normal hit and not counter hit, more than likely it's because they were preparing to react to the drive rush with an invincible action. So that's why this is a good thing to combine with the rest of your options. Next, drive rush heavy punch, slightly delayed heavy punch. This is the most optimal thing to do most of the time. Delayed back medium kick, heavy kick will always get you into throw range at +1. But it's not a true frame trap. It is really, like, easier to do than a manual delay on heavy punch, though. Okay, then we have, like, crouching light kick to go low, etc. Deep drive rush, light punch or throw. Drive rush, crouching light punch, whiff. I think this works against Ryu. No, it doesn't. If the DP is really, really shallow, maybe Jamie's? I don't remember. But some invincible actions, like Mai's Wake Up Level 1, this would beat, because it's horizontally very shallow. And then these are the 3 options you would do to bait out EXDP or something in various ways. Micro extending heavy kick, not a real meaty. I don't consider this a very good option to go for a lot of the time. Doing that. It's close to being a meaty, but it's not a real meaty, so I don't love it. Medium or heavy spin knuckle. Neither one of these is a real meaty, but if you do medium spin knuckle, you may catch an opponent on counter hit if they're trying to react to the heavy spin knuckle and interrupt it with a button. That's what medium is designed to do. Then you have your forward jump options, which are significantly weaker here because you can't really conveniently bait out a lot of DPs with a shallow die kick at this close of a spacing. And then you have forward dash, which leaves you at -1, but in stand jab range. So this can be good, especially because it's quite difficult, along with the other options they're trying to react to, for the opponent to react to this forward dash. So you can probably do dash into jab or light kick in such a way that the opponent won't challenge it. And then you can do forward dash into -1, then do various delay actions, like block for a second in case of an EXDP, and then delay low forward, delay heavy kick, delay forward jump, that rotation. So those are all the main rotation of options that I would consider. Dash, empty or other, or stand jab or stand light kick, etc. So that's it. That's, yep. Not complicated.